In Hollywood, there's an unspoken rule to keep quiet and don't talk about the obstacles that celebrities and recording artists face. Chappel Roan called out the music industry in her Grammys acceptance speech and made some powerful people mad. Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. So the Grammys were a week ago, and since then there has been a feud brewing between Chappel Roan and her former record executive. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. But before we get into it, let me just say that if you enjoy this type of content like Hollywood, scandals, celebrity controversies, drama, stuff like that, then it would really mean a lot if you would subscribe to my channel. It would really mean a lot. Anyway, let's get into this video. So Chappel Roan won the Grammy for Best New Artist, and I feel like none of us were surprised because she really was catapulting into fame, stardom in 2024, and honestly, I felt like I knew she was going to win the Grammy. When her single Good Luck Babe was released in April 2024, it literally catapulted her into fame like night and day, and she definitely was not shy to speak up about things that she didn't like about fame. And during this time, she was finding herself in a lot of drama. People had a lot to say about her attitude because it seemed like she was approaching the public and maybe some of her fans in an aggressive way.
I gotta shut the f up, Jim. This is the spot.
You shut the
Hey! Yeah! Yo.
And that attitude and her nature of calling things out was definitely on display at the Grammys. In her Grammys acceptance speech, she called out the music industry and how they treat new artists, calling out record labels for specifically not providing new artists and smaller artists with proper healthcare and livable wages.
health insurance and protection. Labels, we got you, but do you got us? Thank you.
Chappell was signed to a record label at a very young age of 17, and then in 2020 when COVID hit, she was dropped by that record label, and she called them out in her Grammy acceptance speech for not providing proper health care and livable wages for new artists, and this put her in a tough position when she was dropped in 2020. 3 days later, on February 5th, her former record executive, to be honest, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his last name, Jeff Raban, published an article to The Hollywood Reporter titled Chappell Grown: The Misguided Rhetoric of an Instant Industry Insider. This article that he published is pretty long, but I'm only going to read one excerpt of it to you guys. It says, "What would Prince say, or Tom Petty? They fought for their souls and for the rights to their music, putting their careers in jeopardy for what they believed was artistic integrity, the hallmark of greatness. And when you've been around long enough, you know that real substantive change doesn't come from speeches. It comes from where the rubber meets the road. Life and limb, harm's way, risking it all with action." Whether it's Prince wrestling back control of his master recordings at the height of his popularity, or Petty funding his iconic album Damn the Torpedoes himself, then refusing to release it, and later taking on his label for raising the price on his LP, skin in the game earns a seat at the table. But that requires a willingness to leave blood on the floor and to put your money where your mouth is. And when I first heard this response that Jeff released in The Hollywood Reporter, I did cringe a bit because it just seems like everybody's situation is different. Obviously, it takes a lot to make it in Hollywood and make it in the music industry unless you're a Nepo baby or you're extremely rich. The whole article just made me cringe a bit because it's like, why are you getting so upset over this? Like, I don't know. He was just taking it very personally, it felt like. Something was just felt off about it. So the article was cringe, but there is that sort of like unspoken rule of how things are done in Hollywood and in like the elite industries, where the longer a person has been in the game, they don't take new people in the industry seriously. Girl, it's the same in real estate, because y'all know I'm a realtor. Like, it's literally the same in real estate. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. But he was really coming at Chappell with a, I've been here long enough, like, what do you know about anything type of vibe. And Chappell Roan did clap back with several Instagram stories. So she posted one story saying, sharing my personal experience on the Grammy stage wasn't meant to be a crowd-funded band-aid, but a call to action to the leaders of the industry to step up, help us make real change, and protect their investments in a sustainable way. My mind will not be changed about artists deserving more than what's standard in the industry. Random dudes are allowed to criticize my Grammy speech, but they best put their money where their mouth is, otherwise move out of the way. She then posted another story to her Instagram, which was a screenshot of Jeff's Hollywood Reporter article, and tagged him in it saying, @Jeff Raban, wanna match me $25K to donate to struggling dropped artists? My publicist is at Biz3 Publicity, let's talk. And another story, she came at him again saying, we'll keep everyone updated on the much awaited Jeff Raban response, and I will show receipts of the donations. Mr. Raban, I love how in the article you said, put your money where your mouth is. Genius! Let's link and build together and see if you can do the same. So while all this was going on, a lot of people were on Chappell Roan's side because clearly healthcare is a big problem, not just for artists, but for literally everybody in this country. But of course, things did take a turn because Chappell Roan was recently called out on TikTok by a nail technician who claims that Chappell's stylist contacted her asking for free sets of nails. This blind item was released and it says, isn't the small church singer the one who always tries to get free stuff from people in exchange for an ad? Hard to earn a livable wage that way. A small business nail tech named Holly Muniz posted on her Instagram story calling out Chappell Roan. She said, I find it ironic that Chappell Roan called for livable wages for artists at the Grammys but didn't want to pay for multiple nail sets and giving only 2 days notice to create them. That exposure would be the payment. Strange. Moral of the story, pay your artists their worth regardless. Free nails are never free. We spend hours and hours on our craft and exposure pays zero bills. We deserve to be paid too. Which I completely agree. I don't know if you guys have been here for long enough, but I did show off in my earlier videos that I was making press-ons at the time, acrylic press-ons. Them things take hours to make. Holly then took it a step further and she posted the receipts of when Chappell's team reached out to her. The email from Alexandria Smith says, hello team, hope you are having a nice week. I'm reaching out on behalf of Chappell Roan and her stylist Genesis Webb. We are interested in some of your press-on nail sets for Chappell. We were wondering if you would gift any sets for tagging and credit. Last tour was covered by Vogue and Nylon, so we expect press. Now this has a lot of people wondering about Chappell Roan, wondering why she would be calling for livable wages for artists, but then not wanting to pay a nail artist. And I'm not sure how this all is set up for Chappell, but it's my understanding that the celebrity has their stylist who they pay a flat fee to, and it's that stylist's job to go out and get the outfits and accessories for the celebrity. So I would guess that Chappell has nothing to do with this, and she might not even know that her team was asking for free nails, but then again she could, I'm not sure. Lastly, a couple other artists have spoken up on behalf of Chappell Roan, including Noah Kahan and Charlie XCX, and stated that they will also be donating $25,000 towards healthcare and livable wages for smaller artists. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!